TikTok, the wildly popular social media app, faces an uncertain future in the United States. With its short-form videos and viral trends, TikTok has captured the hearts and minds of millions, especially among the younger generation. But now, this beloved platform is at the center of a political storm. A looming ban, put in motion during the Trump administration, threatens to pull the plug on the platform. The concerns raised by the government revolve around data privacy and national security, with fears that user data could be accessed by the Chinese government. Millions of American users, from casual dancers to aspiring influencers, are left wondering if their beloved app will disappear. For many, TikTok is more than just a pastime. It's a community, a creative outlet, and even a source of income. The potential ban has sent shockwaves through the TikTok community, leaving users anxious and uncertain. However, in a last-minute twist, former President Donald Trump is rumored to be considering an executive order to delay the ban. This unexpected development has added another layer of complexity to an already convoluted situation. This potential move has ignited a firestorm of speculation and debate. Analysts and commentators are scrambling to understand the implications. Is this a strategic decision to buy more time for negotiations, or a political maneuver to gain favor with certain voter demographics? Is Trump attempting to solidify his legacy with his base? His supporters see this as a bold move to protect American interests, while critics argue it's a distraction from more pressing issues. Or is this a calculated maneuver in the ongoing tech war between the US and China? The tech rivalry between the two superpowers has been escalating, with each side vying for dominance in the digital landscape. TikTok has become a pawn in this larger geopolitical chess game. The answers are complex and far-reaching, touching upon issues of national security, free speech, and the power of executive authority. As the debate rages on, one thing is clear. The outcome of this situation will have significant implications not just for TikTok, but for the broader landscape of social media and international relations. The world watches and waits, as the fate of TikTok hangs in the balance. The controversy surrounding TikTok stems from its Chinese ownership. ByteDance, the tech giant behind the app, has faced scrutiny over its data privacy practices. US officials have expressed concerns that the Chinese government could potentially access user data collected by TikTok, posing a national security risk. These concerns led to the signing of a law during the Biden administration that would ban TikTok in the United States unless certain security requirements were met. The law, a rare bipartisan effort, reflects the growing apprehension towards Chinese tech companies and their potential influence within the US. Trump's potential executive order aims to delay the implementation of the TikTok ban. While the specifics of the order remain unclear, it is likely to face significant legal challenges. Executive orders, while powerful tools, are not absolute. Their scope is limited, and they can be challenged in court. Moreover, it is uncertain whether an executive order can override a law already signed by the sitting president. Trump's move could be seen as a direct challenge to Biden's authority and further inflame political tensions. The potential for a legal showdown between the executive and legislative branches looms large. Legal experts are divided on the potential effectiveness of Trump's executive order. Some argue that an executive order cannot supersede a law passed by Congress and signed by the president. They believe that any attempt to do so would be swiftly challenged and likely overturned in court. Others suggest that Trump might find loopholes or exploit ambiguities within the existing law to justify his actions. They point to the broad authority granted to the president on matters of national security as potential leverage. However, even they acknowledge that such a move would be legally tenuous and face an uphill battle in court. Section 5. Beyond executive orders, other avenues for Trump. If the executive order route proves unsuccessful, Trump might explore other avenues to overturn the TikTok ban. He could leverage his political influence to pressure lawmakers to reconsider the legislation. However, given the bipartisan support for the ban, this strategy seems unlikely to yield results. Another option could involve mobilizing his supporters to challenge the ban in court. A lawsuit filed on First Amendment grounds arguing that the ban infringes on freedom of speech could potentially delay the ban's implementation. However, this strategy would likely face an uphill battle, given the national security concerns surrounding TikTok. Section 6. A geopolitical chess game: TikTok in the US-China standoff. The TikTok saga is more than just a social media controversy. It's a pawn in the larger geopolitical chess game between the United States and China. This app, known for its viral dance challenges and creative content, has found itself at the center of a complex and high-stakes confrontation. The two superpowers are locked in a battle for technological dominance, and TikTok has become a flashpoint in this struggle. The stakes are incredibly high, as both nations vie for control over the future of technology and digital influence. The US government's concerns about data security, while legitimate, also reflect a broader anxiety about China's growing influence in the tech sector. These concerns are not just about the potential misuse of data, but also about the strategic advantage that control over such a popular platform could provide. TikTok's massive user base and its ability to shape online trends have made it a target in this power struggle. With millions of users engaging daily, the app has the power to influence public opinion and culture on a global scale, making it a significant player in this geopolitical game. The outcome of the TikTok saga could have far-reaching consequences for the future of US-China relations. It could set a precedent for how digital platforms are governed and controlled, influencing not just the tech industry, but also international diplomacy and global power dynamics. The resolution of this issue will be closely watched by governments, tech companies, and users around the world, as it will likely shape the digital landscape for years to come. Section 7. The future of TikTok. Uncertain waters ahead. As the legal battle over TikTok's fate unfolds, the app's future in the United States hangs in the balance. Millions of users are left wondering if their favorite platform will survive, or if they'll need to find a new outlet for their creative expression. The outcome of this saga will have significant implications for the social media landscape. A ban on TikTok could create a void that other platforms rush to fill. It could also set a precedent for future government intervention in the tech sector, potentially impacting other foreign-owned companies operating within the US. Section 8. The broader implications: free speech, censorship, and tech regulation. The TikTok controversy raises important questions about the balance between national security and free speech. While the government has a responsibility to protect its citizens from potential threats, some argue that banning a social media platform constitutes censorship. The TikTok saga also highlights the need for comprehensive tech regulation. As technology continues to evolve at a rapid pace, policymakers are grappling with how to address the challenges posed by data privacy, online content moderation, and the growing influence of tech giants. The outcome of the TikTok case could shape the future of tech regulation in the US. Section 9. The final act: a legacy defined by TikTok. The Trump administration's last-minute attempt to save TikTok from a ban is a fitting end to a presidency defined by its unpredictable and often chaotic approach to governing. This move, coming in the final days of Trump's term, encapsulates the whirlwind of decisions and controversies that have marked his time in office. The TikTok saga, with its twists and turns, has been a microcosm of the larger narrative of Trump's presidency. Whether this move is driven by genuine concern for TikTok users, a desire to undermine the Biden administration, or a combination of both, it is sure to be remembered as a defining moment in the Trump era. The timing of this decision raises questions about its true motivations. Is it a strategic maneuver to leave a lasting mark on the incoming administration, or is it a genuine effort to address national security concerns? The answer may lie somewhere in between, reflecting the complex and often contradictory nature of Trump's leadership. Only time will tell if this final act will have any lasting impact on TikTok's fate, or if it will simply be another footnote in the long and winding saga of Donald Trump's presidency. The legal battles and negotiations surrounding TikTok's future are far from over, and the outcome remains uncertain. As the Biden administration takes the reins, it will inherit this unresolved issue, adding another layer of complexity to an already challenging transition. One thing is certain: the TikTok saga is far from over, and its impact will continue to be felt long after Trump has left the White House. The app has become a cultural phenomenon, influencing everything from music and fashion to politics and social movements. Its fate will not only affect its millions of users, but also set a precedent for how future administrations handle similar issues. As we look back on this chapter of history, the TikTok saga will stand out as a symbol of the